You're watching Good Day Austin on Fox 7.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for getting up early with us. 4:30 on your Monday morning. As we move well through the month of May, summer seems to be kind of knocking at the door a little bit.
This weekend, I'm sorry. It was just not good at all.
It was gross. Not only did it heat up in the 90s, but the humidity off the charts. Yeah. So just like that, felt like we were in the middle of summer. We hit 91 yesterday with heat indices, wait for it, in triple-digit territory. And folks, wow. It's going to happen again today.
While construction is taking place, the Transportation Department is urging people who travel in this area to either bike or take the bus. Pflugerville police are investigating what led to a shooting on Saturday night. It happened on Cactus Bend. When officers arrived, they found a man who had been shot. Police say the suspect ran away. The victim was taken to a hospital and treated for minor injuries. Police believe it's an isolated incident and there isn't a threat to the public. It's been more than a year and a half now since a gunman opened fire in the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, killing 26 people and hurting 20 others. Since the tragedy, the community has banded together to restore the church. Yesterday, they revealed an entirely new worship center and education building. Hundreds of people gathered for the dedication in honor of those who lost their lives. The buildings are located along Highway 87 on a new plot of land purchased next to the original church. According to organizers, the facility will seat around 250 people and house the memorial tower to commemorate the 26 victims of that mass shooting. A bell from the original church now hangs as a memorial in one of the towers of the new worship center. Governor Greg Abbott attended the dedication and called it a day of healing and recovery. The pastor says it was an act of God as well as helping hands from people in the community that made this new chapter happen. Former Vice President Joe Biden launched his official campaign with a rally in Philadelphia. It happened Saturday afternoon, and it marks his first public appearance since announcing his campaign. Biden has personal ties to the city of brotherly love since that's where he was born. He showcased the importance of the key swing state as a battleground in the 2020 presidential election. Since entering the presidential race on April 25th, Biden's message has focused on the reason why he's decided to run. The Democratic contender taking the top spot since he entered the race, sustaining the frontrunner status among the ever-growing field of Democratic candidates. In the coming weeks, Joe Biden will be traveling to Tennessee, Florida, and Texas, 3 states that the president won in 2016.
Well, the Statue of Liberty Museum finally opened to the public after years of construction work. Fox
News correspondent Laura Ingle takes a look at the history displayed inside those museum walls. And that was Fox's Laura Ingle reporting. Admission is included with the purchase of your ferry ticket. Not a bad deal.
No, now the museum's open. Everyone has a chance to go inside, hear the story about the statue, those who built it and brought it to the island. It is pretty remarkable. Ellis Island and that whole area right there. If you ever get a chance. Well, if you get a chance to stay inside a little bit today, if you don't like the heat and humidity, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It was humid all weekend. Zach says, what, triple-digit weather possibly today? Oof. Zach's next with your weather. Well, could Robert Pattinson be stepping into the Batmobile? According to Variety, the Twilight actor has allegedly been in talks of playing the Caped Crusader. That means he'll be taking the role over from Ben Affleck. While Pattinson has not officially accepted it, sources say he is a top choice for this role. Pattinson has a total of 4 films being released this year alone. Well, more news for Batman fans out there. There's a really cool gallery going on now at Mondo Gallery, and if you haven't checked it out yet, you need to go. Fox 7 Austin's Tanya Ortega talks to the creative director, Eric Garza, about what we can expect. The trade war between the United States and China continues with no apparent end in sight. What that means for U.S. farmers next.
Hi, everybody. 5 o'clock on your Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope you've got your heat handling plan ready because we're in it now.
Yeah, you said hot, steamy, and windy for today.
Yes, all that in a nutshell. Yes. It was amazing. 2 weekends ago, remember, we were shivering.
I do remember that.
It was chilly, and then this weekend we were sweating, and it felt like summertime, just like that. So how did I do yesterday? I forecast a high of 90 on your Sunday. And missed it by 1. It was 91 degrees, and we're getting.
Construction of a new high-rise is forcing a very popular intersection in South Austin to close.
And the Transportation Department says the intersection will be shut down for the next several months. These closures are happening while the new high-rise is built on South First. The Transportation Department says the intersection will be shut down for the next several months. These closures are happening while the new high-rise is built on South First. The Transportation Department says the intersection will be shut down for the next several months. These closures are happening while the new high-rise is built on South First.
The closures will affect drivers for the next 3 months. The new development is set to open sometime in early 2021. And we've got another construction project to tell you about this morning. If you're going north of downtown, crews will start improvements on Guadalupe and Lavaca between 18th Street and MLK today. That will mean one of the lanes will be closed for at least 4 weeks. They're making improvements on signals in the area, making strip changes and upgrading the existing bike lanes. Construction is expected to last 4 to 5 months. Well, a San Marcos police officer is recovering this morning after being hit by a suspected drunk driver over the weekend. This happened on Saturday night along I-35 near the McCarty overpass. Officer Claudia Cormier is in stable condition and expected to survive. Thankfully, she was responding to a traffic hazard call on the interstate when she was hit by a 2000 Ford Expedition. When first responders arrived, they found the officer with severe life-threatening injuries and rushed her to St. Hayes Kyle Hospital. This is the driver, a 58-year-old man. He was arrested and is now charged with intoxication assault on a public servant and failure to slow, causing serious bodily injury. The National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund reports 122 on-duty officers have been struck and killed by vehicles over the past decade. Most recently, Round Rock police officer Charles Weitz was hit by a car while he was directing traffic around a crime scene in February 2018. He died 2 months later from his injuries. A top Saudi diplomat saying Saudi Arabia doesn't want a war with Iran, but it will not hesitate to defend itself against it. This coming after the White House ordered warships and bombers to the region to counter an alleged threat from Iran. The leader of Iran's Revolutionary Guard said today his country is not pursuing a war with the United States. Meanwhile, tensions are remaining high, with Western oil infrastructure being the main target in attacks so far. ExxonMobil evacuated 30 engineers from Iraq on Saturday. The company called it a, quote, temporary precautionary measure. In neighboring Saudi Arabia, the kingdom had strong words for Iran over the weekend, saying it does not want a war with Iran, but it's ready to defend itself with all force and determination. In the United States, President Trump is reiterating his desire to have talks with the Iranians, according to reports. Meanwhile, some of his advisors are encouraging a stronger response.
Well, the trade war between the United States and China continues to grow. Neither country's leadership seems likely to blink anytime soon.
However, both sides continue to be open to dialogue. Fox's David Spunt takes a look at how the U.S., China, and trade war is affecting our farmers.
You're watching Good Day Austin on Fox 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Houston, we have Ariana Grande, the 25-year-old pop star stopped by NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston over the weekend. Wearing the signature orange jumpsuit, Grande got galactic, riding a roving vehicle, chatting with astronauts on the International Space Station, and even signing autographs on some gear. The star's latest album, Thank You Next, features a song called NASA. The track has Grande talking about needing space, with a play on words aimed at needing distance in a relationship and not needing the cosmos. An award-winning actor from Texas finally gets his high school diploma. Matthew McConaughey graduated from Longview High School in East Texas in 1988, but as an administrator pointed out, graduates only receive the diploma holder during commencement ceremonies. They have to pick up the diploma later, so on Saturday, the 49-year-old Academy Award winner gave the commencement address and was presented with the diploma he never picked up. The Austin Humane Society has a lot of animals ready to be adopted, and this summer they're getting ready to welcome a lot of kiddos. Fox 7 Austin's Tanya Ortega talks to Erica Miller with the Humane Society about how these kids will be able to help out at the shelter. Coming up next on Good Day Austin, a fundraiser was held to bring relief to people at the border over the weekend. More on that event next.